Yo, what's up? This is Naruto. Shippuden episode review 263. The topic of it is Sai and Sai, and this episode got me thinking much about the reanimation of how it's just a mysterious jutsu that even Kabuto says is mysterious and he needs to work on it a little. Because it got me thinking about certain people that Kabuto had bring alive, that they had to fight a certain specific person. Like for instance, Conqueror fighting sorcery and Sai fighting his brother. It got me thinking about a lot of things, that the animation had a certain thing that it can control people, they can control the emotions which they had feel, the emotion which they had a certain bonds with or a certain ties with for very little bit they were actually a child, because it's just like for certain people like Conqueror and sorcery and Sai and his brother and Naruto and Nabudo and Azuma and his students, Itachi and Sasuke, certain ties they had hold, the emotion they had hold with those ties, that the animation can't even control the emotion that it brings off. And got me saying that that's the way you can say that's how much of a bond they hold with certain people that would actually be good and then turn it bad. They'll always have those emotions with them, and that's really good to know. The episode started off with Sai seeing his brother, and Sai saying that he actually finished the book, and he's saying that that he can't finish his fight. Or actually didn't have to finish and those stuff. They're talking their thing, and they're for some reason they actually know that that there's actually a bomb that's actually implanted in his brother that's a clay. And reason for that is because they're actually a lightning user on that side, and that they're clay it's actually a weakness for lightning techniques. So they actually implanted it inside his brothers, and actually Sorcerer was controlling him, and Sal was really pissed off that that was actually occurring, and then they blew him up, pissing off Sai much further, pissing off him, and his dad was there, and like they was like say you'll never get to be Sasuke, know how much motion you have, hey, you never be able to be the artificial art that there is. My art lives on. It's only a flash of a light that my art brings off, and like sister that Sam was like there, oh yeah, and he just came up with his art, and then he draws a bird, and then with those birds came two men and slapped the little bird in the ground, and then Conqueror uses the crow and I think it's a crow and a salamander, and they trap Data and sorcery, and he uses his sorcery pawn like puppet, tie him up in it. And Sai was like there and his brother, like there, he finished that book. He actually always wanted to see how that book was, with him. There came a flashback, when Sai's brother was like there, throwing kunai at the target, and Danzo was actually monitoring them, and they're actually monitored from childhood, you can say, and actually he actually had a sickness that he kept from Sai, you can say it. I would say it was actually sick like Itachi, that it was uncurable, that you can treat, but it was uncurable, that he didn't tell Sai about that. They were like siblings growing up together, like childhoods, same food they eat and same cabin they sleep, and all this stuff. Came a point, when Sai had to kill his brother, or his brother has to kill him, and for some reason it was actually a part of the training that they actually go to, part of the test that they actually go through. So you can say that they actually came a day that they had to kill people, each other. Sai said he knew, but didn't knew it actually be his brother. So brother was up to it, and he came and he was like there and finding his brother and all the stuff. And you can say that he suddenly fell down and he gives away, and he was actually spitting up blood. I didn't thought he died based off of illness. Thought he died based off accident, something like that. See him die right there, kind of ticked off. I'm sorry a lot. He was like there, his brother that's saying, oh, they came a day when I actually see your book. Wish I saw it out, but already ended. That had all his emotion did for a long time now because of that tragedy. Meanwhile, in present day, he was like there, that's what they call Sai. I rather you cherish those people. So really had it there. You know, he really had it there. And that will last to sell his brother. Again, the sorcerers out there, conquerors out there, you know, saying that, you know, that these puppets, they're mainly the arts that, you know, would last within you. He's like they're telling sorcery how much, you know, he actually would actually, you can say, you know, take on the inherit that he had, you know, continued, you know. And you know, they had a thing going on. They actually respect, you know, they actually acknowledge each other, you can say. But you know, sorcery, you know, I didn't saw sorcery as an evil guy the first time I saw sorcery. I didn't saw sorcery as an evil guy. No one in his past, I didn't saw him as an evil guy at all. I just saw him as a misunderstanding guy that no one seems to misunderstand at all. No one seems to understand at all. I saw him as that person. This son was an evil guy. For some reason, whatever I did in the past, maybe stay in the past, but he had lost a lot. He had lost a lot that mainly he always wanted, you know, to actually replace. He had lost his family, which he wanted to replace. He had lost his youth, in which he had wanted to replace. He has lost everything. He had wanted to be something that would last for eternity, which was a puppet that mainly his soul itself couldn't be. He wanted to be that. I would say that it was more of wanting to be something, but for whatever reason, you know, Conqueror understand what mainly that it is to be a puppeteer, or what mainly it is to actually have something for that long, you know. And you know, Sorcerer said it last radio, and that was man to man that they talked it out at. And you know, they was like this, man, you know, my man Sorcerer, yeah, man, let me hear you. And like that, you know, artists a flash of light that, you know, lasts for a second or a minute. You know, all is nothing that lasts forever. All is nothing that lasts forever. You know, and I know what they meant by art is nothing that lasts forever, because those are flashes of a time that you can see art. Mainly it was planning to blow itself up. And then the lightning stuck in him. Well, if art is something that lasts for a minute or so, then I don't know what kind of art it is, because there will be nothing that would left of that art, saying that, you know, it's something that you can say that, you know, that brings it on for, you know, generation, that you can say that it continues on, because there is no art you can say that is just for a second and then you just make it back again, because each time he blows up something, he makes it back, makes it over and 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 over, meaning that, you know, for sorcery, that his art is in one place, and that will never rot, never decay, never go away, always be where it is. For that main reason, you know, he was, for that mainly bond that he had, you can see him hug himself in the way he needed affection, that you can say that's what he tended to when he was a child with his family, with his parents. And he even said that, you know, he made one of my family, my father, my mother. And that really was an emotional episode. I really liked it. Sorry for the noise if you actually have an effect in what I'm reviewing, but there's something building up outside. But mainly this episode, you know, I was really, you know, I was really satisfied with it. I don't mind the flashback not much, or whatever might be. I just see it as most likely bonded with the episode, not much. And really good episode. We even saw it, and you know, Toby really don't appreciate what Toby is doing, or whatever he's doing. He better do is, that's what he's like saying, you know, oh, you ain't gonna play me, I'm the one who's playing you. I ain't no bitch, you know. So Toby is holding his game for as long as he can, That's when he says he's gonna go somewhere far, far, far away in life so he can maintain some focus on the end of Tensei. But it was a good chapter. I really liked it.